Okay, boom. Want to welcome everybody to the call. I'm excited today, family. We are going to be talking and breaking down everything related to business, funnels, business, sales, really breaking down how to develop an actual funnel for you guys. This is something that can be used as a consumer, all right, or this is something that can be used as a business owner. All right, I want to go ahead and highlight the schedule for those that may not know. In the Discord. We're running this right now for everybody, but these are things that we are/have been doing on a week-to-week basis. So if you're interested and you're not locked in with us, feel free to tap into the Digital Trappers Discord. But you can see what the date is, family. Today we're doing business sales funnels. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about ads. And on Thursday we're going to be talking about setting up an LLC. And for those that already have an LLC, maybe going over some things that you all didn't know. All right, getting into some resources that maybe not as common. And these are all the things, family, that don't take a lot of time, but they definitely go ahead and create this separation from a business standpoint. All right, now real quick, before I kind of get started, I want to hear from at least a couple of people. When I say, business or sales funnel, what's the first thing that, you guys may think of? Anything may come to mind? Anybody want to unmute themselves, take a stab at it?
It sounds like to me like finding a demographic
Okay.
and narrowing in on them.
Okay. I like that. Anybody else want to take a stab as well?
No, I like that. Just to piggyback off of what dude just said, like creating a target audience.
Yes, creating a target audience. Okay. I love it. Anybody else? All right, thinking marketing. Okay. That's great. Now, here's the deal, family. Slower. Okay.
Drop shipping.
Okay, you definitely need a sales funnel for that. Here's the deal, family. I don't even have a crazy presentation for you guys. I'm really going to be breaking this down. I got a whiteboard behind me. I'm going to go ahead and use the computer. If you have any questions at all, my volume is turned up. Feel free to cut me off, interrupt me, ask the question, because if you're thinking it, that probably means somebody else is too. So let's go ahead and get started. I love that. Product to offer. All right, so let's, of course, go to the infamous Google and let's look up what the heck is a sales funnel, right? By the Google definition. All right, so a sales funnel or sales process is a funnel, purchase funnel. It is used for a customer-focused marketing model that illustrates, all right, a customer journey towards a purchase or good of a good or service. So all in all, it's pretty much the ability to get somebody to buy your good or service. Now, one thing that a lot of people have a misconception of is only business owners use a sales funnel. All right, technically, a sale is a good or a service, whether that's, a favor that you need from a neighbor, whether that's, a kind gesture that you need from a family member. Everybody has a process in terms of collecting leads or information to kind of go ahead and get that service or good. All right, and even not thinking as a business owner, as a consumer, we're operating through sales funnels all the time, whether through word of mouth, whether through commercials, whether through websites, whether through scrolling on social media. So this call is really going to be used also to go ahead and expand the knowledge of exactly what we have going on. All right, so I'm going to go back to that Google slide again. All right, and I want to go ahead and pretty much break down, actually, I'm going to go ahead and take a blank screen real quick, break down what a sales funnel is, in our own terms, in our own language, in our own, pretty much breakdown. So we're going to go ahead, guys. Like I said, no PowerPoint today. This is all off the top. I'm really natural and organic. Have any questions, let me know. But when you think of a sales funnel, of course, it is going to be, upside down triangle. All right. And at the top, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and get back to my regular text. This is where, the top of the funnel is. All right, these are my very cold audience. So we're going to go ahead and drop that down real quick. You have a cold audience, all right, and then you have a warm audience as well. Does anybody know the difference off top? All right, anybody know the difference between a cold and maybe a warm audience?
In person and virtual, maybe.
Okay. That's close.
So
you got it.
The cold audience hasn't interacted with you or your business yet.
Got it. Yep. So we would just say cold audience, all right, doesn't know us. All right. Where the warm audience does. So a warm audience could be a friend. A warm audience could be people, I believe that was Rory from The Voice I heard. But people yep, okay, boom, that's crazy. Voice detection, wow. But people that know us, people that have seen our business, people that are friends, people that have walked past us, these will be considered a warm audience because they have some sense of recognition towards whatever we're selling, product, good, or service, etc. So those are people that do know us. Okay. And so before I kind of give you guys a great breakdown of the sales funnel, I want to tell you all the mistake that a lot of people make. You see, the audience has to go into the sales funnel. All right. Now, the bottom of the sales funnel, family, is pretty much the purchase. All right. The last thing somebody really can do is purchase / reshare your business. Okay. Purchase / reshare / rebuy. All right. Those are the last things somebody can do. They can tell a friend to tell a friend. They can buy another product or service, or they can go ahead and buy the original one. The problem is there's a lot of steps that are required right here, usually before this happens. And you want to watch out and don't be the person who just wants to skip to this. All right. So like, let's say, a book. Okay. You guys know that I wrote a trading book. Y'all first time seeing me was not me knocking at your door telling you to buy the trading book. There was a series of events that developed, the need for it, all right, developed the actual acquisition process. So a lot of mistakes that people make when it comes to getting into business is that they immediately try to sell. For example, a homie that makes clothes, somebody that does lashes, somebody that does hair, and they're immediately like, come by. See, the thing is, you have to go ahead and provide value, and there's steps to this. And I believe we just saw one on Google, so I won't reinvent the wheel. But there's a lot of different sales funnels. There's a lot of different processes. But one thing that I want to show you guys, honestly, this one, I like this one right here. All right, I like this one right here. And you can substitute sales call for different things. All right, because not everybody needs all of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and break down this image. And I like the fact that it's already here and we don't even have to write it. Okay, so with this right here, fam, these coins, all right, this is what we call the audience. We have to get people literally into the funnel. All right. We have to get people into the funnel, and they're going to come via traffic. We're going to call this word traffic. All right. We can't sell anything, family, literally, if we don't have anybody to sell it to. All right. So excuse my crazy handwriting. All right. Now, when we think of traffic, this is how people are going to discover us. All right. How people are going to discover us. Does anybody know just one? If anybody can go unmute and just say one area of traffic that we could use for our business.
Social media.
Website.
Okay, we got website, social media. I love that. How people will find us. All right, let's get specific. Okay, I like website. If you got a website, that's specific. What type of social media?
TikTok.
Okay, TikTok. All right, what else?
Facebook.
Instagram.
Facebook, IG. What else?
Black Planet.
Black Planet. Okay.
Discord.
Snapchat.
Okay, Discord, Snap,
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, YouTube's a good one.
We got Twitter. Okay. So this is how people find us. All right. Guys, most of you all know I'm a resume writer. I wouldn't be able to do nobody's resume if people didn't know who I was. Another way as well is word of mouth. All right. Word of mouth. All right. Sure, there's a lot more things you guys can think of. Another big thing that we're going to talk about tomorrow, how can people find us out, is ads. All right. Ads are huge in terms of, people trying to find us. All right. Because that's something that we can control. But with this traffic, family, this is how people are going to discover who you are. Even if you're not even selling something, family, I'm a huge proponent of building a brand for yourself, having some type of niche, and just being known, whether at your job for something in particular, in the community, in the volunteer world, something that separates you from the rest. This is how people will find you. All right. So we're going to layer this layer with the traffic. We're going to kind of go ahead and have our own breakdown as well. So at the top, we have what we said again, traffic. All right. So people are literally either coming to our site, they're checking us out on social media. All right. They're really seeing what we have going on. Okay. Now here's the trick. Some people, again, this is a mistake that a lot of people make. They try to go from traffic to just getting you to buy something. All right. And that's honestly a little bit annoying. we don't have enough trust. There's not enough value. There's not enough reasons for us to truly, truly know why we're doing what we're doing, if that makes sense. All right. Think about it. Somebody literally just pulled you over on the side of the street and told you to buy a $400 painting. Would you buy it? Probably not. Most people on average need to see things about 7 times before they go ahead and make that purchase. All right. So now the next thing that we're going to have is our leads. Okay. It's going to be our leads. So we have to take our traffic, people seeing us, because here's the deal, family. We don't know the people that see us. We don't always know the people who watch our YouTube. We don't know the people who view the tweet, see the snap, tap the Discord. We don't always know who they are. So we have to go ahead and do what? Generate some leads. Okay. Now, leads, family, is pretty much a one-step action item in your business funnel. All right. Leads are literally a one-step action item in your business funnel. So it's something that you can literally, click into. You guys have ever dropped one in the chat if you've ever been on a website and they wanted your email. They say, hey, you get 5% off if you, sign up for the newsletter. All right. Has anybody had that experience before? All right. Sign up for the newsletter and, you get 5% off.
You can't even get in the website until you give them your email address.
No.
Like, bro, I just wanted the recipe.
They shutting that down off the quickness. All right. So everybody's had that experience. So by the book, family, we've already been quote unquote involved in technically a sales funnel already. All right. By the book, family, we've already been involved in a sales funnel. It just goes ahead and takes that time, guys. So let's kind of go over a quick recap again. What we have found out so far. So we've already went over a cold versus a warm audience. We've already talked about traffic. We've already talked about leads and how can people find us, whether TikTok, whether Facebook, whether Instagram. And shout out to you guys, over 35 people, 33 locked on the call, really being able to break down from the top of the funnel, going over these next level steps, providing value, how people can get to the purchase, reshare, and rebuying opportunity. All right, so that's going to be super helpful for us. So shout out to you all. And a lot of people can already relate. So leads, what the heck are leads? You guys said it. It's a newsletter. It's a tap in. It's something, one step that you're going to do for them to, get your information. Now, does anybody know why they may need your information? All right. Can anybody unmute?
Or email marketing, retargeting.
All right. Email marketing, retargeting. Okay. Why is that important? Why is that important? Anybody know?
Because it's cheaper to keep a customer that you already have than to acquire new customers.
Exactly. So a lot of times what happens is people come into the door, okay, but they don't always sit down in the kitchen. All right. But if we can go ahead and collect their information while they come in, all right, there's a high chance of them coming back and we turn them from cold to warm. All right. You guys are already getting it. It sounds like we have some very savvy business owners on the call. So we got traffic and we're going to turn them into leads. But let's go ahead and get specific and talk about, the type of lead so that you guys may know in the future for those of my folks that are visual learners. All right. You got emails. Okay. You can collect somebody's email. You can collect somebody's phone number. You can collect somebody's social media. Okay. Because technically that's a lead. If I meet you in the street and tell you that I write resumes and I say, follow Nigel's Canvas, that's technically a lead. All right. I mean, you're taking one step closer towards making that purchase. All right. Now, the key with these leads, family, you can't get these things by just asking. Usually you're going to have to give up something of value. All right. So in order to get somebody's email, phone number, or social media, all right, you're going to have to give something up in exchange. All right. So lead generation comes from providing value. And a lot of people are skipping this step on the business tip. All right. A lot of people are skipping this step on the business tip and they wonder why nobody is tapping in. Well, bro, did you provide value? Did you teach your community? Did you showcase any tips? Did you reveal any secrets? These things, and a lot of people think, why would I provide value when that's my whole service? And they make the mistake of providing value from a lifetime customer. I can show you guys how, do a free resume template, which I'm doing right now in my bio. I'm giving away free resume templates, but eventually that person may want the full package. Or I could have you in a free trading group, but eventually you may want to join. Or, hey, I could show you a quick, one pager on how to run an e-commerce store, but eventually you may pay for the full service. So you have to go ahead and provide value to go ahead and get these pieces of information. Okay. Now, once we get the lead, all right, the next step that we have to do, fam, this is something that I've personally been working on. This is, you got basic level marketing. Now you got advanced level marketing. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, this type of stuff that I'm teaching you all, I don't know. Sometimes it's taught in school. I'm not really sure. But this type of stuff, this is a 6-figure job with, breaking this down right here. You could go into any marketing firm. You understand traffic, lead generation, understand how it works and how to set up a great funnel. You can go work anywhere. I'm gonna be honest. These are 6-figure skills. I don't know if they're being taught in school, but I know that they're definitely being used in corporate America and businesses all over the world. So after we get the leads, family, we definitely have to do what? We have to go ahead and nurture the leads. All right. It's like a baby. We can't just have a baby being born. All right. And just say, okay, I got a baby being born and that's it. We have to go ahead and nurture the leads. Anybody want to take a stab at what I mean by nurturing the leads? All right. Anybody know? Anybody want to take a quick guess?
Follow up.
Yes. Following up is a great part. So once I get your email, we need to have an email campaign set up. Once I get your phone number, we need to have a text message marketing campaign set up. Once you follow me on Instagram, I need to be being consistent so that you can see what we have going on. All right. Building and developing the relationship. Absolutely. That's all you're doing. Once the mistake, look, let's go ahead and use an example. Okay. Let's say I don't know. Let's say I teach, restaurant owners how to go ahead and expand their business. So, they found me on the street. They found me on Instagram. They found me on YouTube. They're like, man, this guy Nigel, who really knows the restaurant game. Great. They follow me. They tap into my website. Now, in order for me to get their email, what am I doing? I'm giving up value. Hey, family, I want to show you guys a one-pager, something that allowed me to get my first 3 restaurants. All right, completely free. You guys can go ahead and tap in. All right, they're giving up their email, their phone number. They're getting the form. The mistake a lot of people make is, again, they're doing what? They're trying to shove the purchase, shove the reshare, shove the rebuy right here. And that's not where it goes yet. All right, that's literally not where it goes. Literally, we have to go ahead and nurture the lead. So let's get a little bit more specific. I said it, but I want to go ahead and make sure that we all have it from a written perspective as well. How do we nurture the leads? All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. We can also nurture the leads through what? Email marketing. All right, it needs to be an email campaign. If you get my email, I should be getting an email from you that same day. I should be, y'all ever get annoyed at the Target emails that be coming in telling you to buy the shirt, Express, Forever 21, whatever you guys use. All right, Fashion Nova for my ladies. All right, y'all been hit with them flurry. I'm a person that checks my emails. All right, email marketing is somewhat going out of style, quote unquote, but people still check their emails. All right, drop a 2 if you've ever been a victim of email marketing. All right, drop a 2 if you've ever been caught in the web of email marketing. And if you don't believe me, go look at your email right now. I'm always unsubscribing to stuff. I only want to be subscribed to stuff that I want to see because I actively do check my email for business purposes. But you guys see, we got overlooked to this day. All right, to this day. Now we have what we call text message marketing. All right, text message.
I was just about to say that. They in your text messages now.
Right. Now, the great thing about text message marketing, family, is that they literally have a 90% open rate. All right. Does anybody know what I mean by this? A 90% open rate?
Nah, let me tell you.
People gonna read those.
They're gonna read it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see my text. Don't act like you ain't see my text. You're gonna see it. So if somebody usually doesn't respond to text, we can blame and say that people are too busy. But honestly, they just ignored it. Whether they ignored it on purpose or they ignored it on accident, family, know that 90% of text messages do get read and open So the next time somebody hits you with an excuse saying they didn't see it, it's just that. It's an excuse. They saw it. They just forgot.
I'll be lying.
Yes,
I'll
they
be
lying.
lying.
They lying. They saw it. They just forgot. You all right? We just say you forgot. That's all. Don't say I ain't see it. Just,
I ain't see it.
you forgot. That's it. You don't try to say, look, your mom, do not disturb. You seen it. You just didn't get back to it. But from a business standpoint, family, 90% of text messages do get open. So if you're a business owner, it's great for you to have this stream. If you're a consumer, keep in mind when you give out your number, you may get hit with a text. All right. Next, all right, social media. We want to be consistently posting. The biggest thing that I always say is, are you posting? People come up to me, yo, how can I get my business lit? Or how can I, make $20,000 a sale? Or are you consistently posting? All right. I always say, you can literally be the best, whatever. You can be the best baker. You can be the best plumber. You can be the best teacher. But a wise person always said, if you're not sharing with anybody, you'll be the best kept secret. All right. So you got to be consistently posting. All right. You got to be consistently posting on social media. Now, for you, that can mean once a week. For you, that can mean once a day. You know what you're capable of. As long as you're consistent, you will start to see those results. Right. So Fashion Nova literally just texted me talking about, you got them taxes. Literally, you seen it. You see they right on it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So we got to be nurturing these leads, family. All right. Once we get the leads, we have to be constantly communicating with them, constantly, providing value. All right. So nurture. All right. And at this point, it's really just a numbers game. All right. So honestly, the next step that we have is after we nurture family, we need to go ahead and do what? Eventually, we're going to have to do what? We're going to have to present the offer. Okay. I've been showing you free game for weeks, for months. Eventually, I'm going to have to ask. All right. The problem is that most people go straight to the offer phase. But hey, you've been nurtured. You've been seeing my emails. You've been seeing my texts. You've been seeing my social media posts. Eventually, we're going to have to go ahead and make the offer. All right. How do I make the offer? You literally ask them. It's literally the equivalent of, instead of you sending value, these nurturers, family, have nothing to do with the purchase. I'm not saying, hey, man, here's this resume guide, and at the bottom, buy my course. No, here's the resume guide. Be great. All right, here's the breakdown. Go crazy. Here's the one pager. Here's this article. Here's this YouTube link. It's pure and authentic. People can fill out a sleazy salesperson all the time. You fill them up. So when you're nurturing, it's authentic. Now, when you offer, it's going to be authentic as well. Hey, all right, here's what I'm offering. Okay, your offer has to be strong, and you know that it's what? All right, it's usually coming from the warm audience. They know us. All right, and we've been able to build a relationship. Okay, now after we go ahead and offer, family, all right, we are going to continue to follow up. All right, we're going to continue to nurture. We're going to continue to follow up. We're going to continue to do those things. All right, and this is the process where people are usually thinking about it. All right, people usually know if they're going to buy something usually in the next 30 seconds from once they see, honestly, the next 5 seconds once they see the offer. And most of the transactions are emotional. All right. So once you offer and follow up, all right, and that's when they literally buy. Okay. And this is what we call a sales funnel. All right. So you bring them in from traffic. You have them tap into something. You have to give, provide some value. All right. You nurture them through email marketing, text message marketing, consistently posting on social media. All right. You go ahead and offer your product. You continue to follow up. All right. And then they eventually buy. And hey, if they don't like the offer, family, they literally go back into the nurture stage. We want to keep them down the funnel. Once they get under this lane, they're going to stay there. All right. Once they get under this lane, family, they're literally going to stay there. All right. So you can see how we have the traffic at the top. We got the leads right here. We got the ability to nurture. We have the offer. We have the follow up. And then we have the buy, guys. And hey, the next thing that you want to do for all of my great marketers, once somebody buys, all right, we are going to go ahead and do what? We're going to go ahead and do what we call an order bump. All right. What happens in Walmart? Okay. You go into Walmart for some Skittles. You go into Walmart for some markers, or you go into Target for some, erasers or a container, and you leave out buying $100 worth of things. That's what we call order bump. All right. You can add this to your website. All right. By simply diversifying what you sell to be able to get more money per cart. So in the marketing world, we call that increasing, all right, our cart value, an order bump. Okay. And then after the order bump, we want our clients to share. Okay. And after our clients share, all right, we want to go ahead and use that for what? Testimonials. All right. Does anybody know the importance of a great testimonial? All right. Anybody
It
know?
provides a real life experience for future customers.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. And this is just how this is advanced. All right. You get the order bump, you get your clients to share, you gather testimonials, and then you can go ahead and take the testimonials. All right. And you can do what we want to call repackage. All right. This is how you start to work smarter, not harder. So if I go ahead and create the form, if I go ahead and give an online class, if I go ahead and do a seminar, I'm going to go ahead after the seminar, after I've been nurturing my leads, after I offered, followed up. And once my seminar people are buying, whatever I'm selling, hey, I may order bump them. Hey, we have these shirts. Hey, we have this book. Hey, do you mind jumping on camera, showcasing what you've learned today? Great. Do you mind if we post you as a testimonial? Great. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and repackage this. All right. And what do I mean by repackage this is, hey, now, we may sell the recording of the seminar. Hey, we may turn that seminar into an ebook. We may turn that seminar into a physical book. And that's doing something one time and getting paid for it over and over and over again. Family, I want to take a quick pause. I'll drop a 1 in the chat real quick, guys, if you learned something new. All right, drop a 1 if you found anything interesting. All right, and I want to just do a quick check-in, all right, with you guys. Make sure I didn't lose anybody. See if we have any questions at all, or if there's anything else you want me to go over from this before we get into the tools and conclude. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of ones being dropped, which I love. All right, y'all seeing the other side of Nigel. Like a lot of y'all have just seen me trade. A lot of y'all haven't seen the business tip as well. So I love it. I love it. All right, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So in terms of tools, I want to showcase a few things that I want us to pay attention to on the tool side. All right, because I'm not just going to tell you what to do. I'm also going to show you how to physically do it. All right. A lot of people won't do that. A lot of people just show you a picture and that'll be the end of it. Nah. So traffic, I mean, I shouldn't have to explain how to, do TikToks, Instagrams, YouTubes, etc. Most people are very familiar with that. But what a lot of people don't understand is leads. Okay, Nigel, once I'm in business and once I want to do something, how do I get somebody to take the next step? All right. How am I, going to get somebody to go ahead and tap in? I can only use myself and show you what I do. All right. And maybe you'll be able to, utilize something similar. So for me personally, family, I go ahead and I have a free resume guide, or I do a free consultation. All right. And that's my offer. Or I may give a free 1-page. Okay. So you have to ask yourself, hey, what is something that I can do? All right. That's going to go ahead and generate me leads. What's something that I can, willing to give up that I know that people are interested in? All right. Literally, you got to ask yourself, what is something that I can give up that I know that people are interested in? Okay. So that's one thing and I'm actually, matter of fact, let's do this. I'm going to show you really quick. All right. I'm going to show you really quickly. All right. So everybody knows that I do resumes. This is not a secret. I have probably clients on the call. All right. But I want to show you guys, from an authentic perspective, how this works and how you guys can be utilizing this. All right. So this is why my website, all right, resume plug. I've been writing resumes literally since 2017, done over 500 resumes. And so what's going on right now? Okay. I'm kind of giving you a choice and a shot. Somebody comes to my page, either A, they want to pay for the full services, or B, more than likely, they're going to want the free resume review. Okay. So, hey, okay, Naj, I want the free resume review right now. I don't have a full $300 for the resume. Great. So what are they going to do? They're going to come in and they're going to qualify themselves. Now, here's how you specialize. And again, let me know if I need to slow down. You can also, family, go ahead and do what? All right. You can have the leads. All right. Literally, I'm actually not even going to draw this. Probably be better to type it. You can have the leads, family, literally qualify, all right, themselves. You can have the leads literally qualify themselves. Okay. And so what do I mean by that is not everybody is a good customer for your business. Everybody's not a good customer for your service. So for me, it's all about, I'm going to have you qualify yourself. All right. So let's go ahead and walk you guys through it. This is something, and just from a tooling perspective, I use Typeform. It's just like Google Docs. It's like a more sophisticated version of Google Docs. But I use Typeform. If you guys want to write that down, that's how I use all of my forms. All right. So they're going to come in, what's your first name? What's your last name? All right, what's your email? Now for the phone version of this, it kind of auto-populates, which is great. You want to use softwares that auto-populate. All right, how'd you hear about us? Referral and a friend. All right, hey Nigel, what's your current status? Okay, anybody know why? I'm a resume writer. This is my business, but want you guys to help me out. Why would I be asking for somebody's current status? Why would I want to know this information? Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know?
To get a starting point on where they might be wanting to go.
Yes, exactly. Getting a starting point for where they might want to go. And also just to better know them. All right. They have been checking me out as a resume writer, but I want to know, hey, are you trying to get a new job, career refresh, etc. Okay. The next question that I may ask them is, hey, what type of professional are you? All right. I may ask them, hey, Nigel, what's your salary range? I mean, how much do you really want to make? All right. Then I'm gonna ask them, hey, Nigel, how long have you been job searching? Now, one thing to know about marketing, family, the more questions you ask, the less likely your candidates are gonna go ahead and fill it out. But for me, I'm not looking for people who are just clicking buttons and playing time, wasting time. I wanna work with serious candidates. And if somebody fills out the form, I know that they're serious. So I've been searching for a job for 2 to 4 months. All right, now here we go. What complimentary service do you need? Do you need a resume? Do you just need some templates, or do you need some LinkedIn help? All right. So this is what I use, family, where I can literally make, now hear me out for a second. I can make a YouTube on LinkedIn. I can make Twitter about resume plugs. All right. And on my Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, I can talk about free resumes, and I can send them where? All to the same place. All right. And we call this, family, all right, a lead form. Everybody needs to have a solid lead form. All right, a lead form is where your customer goes ahead and, puts in their info. All right, so all of our traffic is gonna go to literally the same lead form, or you may have 1 to 2 lead forms. This is how you work smarter, not harder. All right, now if I had 50 lead forms for every little thing I did, that can get overwhelming. They're all gonna go to the same place, and they're going to do what? Qualify themselves. We put an algorithm on this, where if you hit A, it takes you here. If you hit B, it takes you here. If you hit C, it takes you there. So let's say they want a free resume session. Okay, great, Nigel. Go ahead and upload your resume. Kindly skip you if you don't have one. What's your LinkedIn? Hit okay if you don't have that too. All right, now this is what I've learned, family. This is the part where it gets interesting. Okay, because at this point, they're at the lead form. All right, but again, family, order bump. You can also put an order bump at the lead form as well. The reality is there are a few customers who are actually, they're willing to pay right here, right now. All right, and I learned that sometimes we can leave money on the table, or maybe I don't know if you've ever been in a position as a consumer, like, yo, I don't even want the free form, bro. I just want to pay for the service. I'm good. I got the money. Money ain't an issue. All right, so what I did in this position, family, are you willing to invest? All right, we've gotten people jobs at Google, GE, Facebook, LinkedIn, Abbott, etc. All right, are you willing to invest in yourself to get the salary that you want? That's me as a resume writer. All right, maybe you're e-commerce. Hey, are you willing? Now, the good thing about my business is, family, it's a need-based business. So I can kind of push a couple buttons here. It's harder to do that if I be selling t-shirts, because they don't need the t-shirts. Where compared to the resume, it's like, look, bro, you kind of need this. All right, so definitely if you're thinking about a business, it's always great to have a need-based business. And for those that have things that are a little bit more luxury, or a little bit on the e-commerce side, you can still use this template, this flow. You may not be able to hit as many life pressure point questions, but you can still showcase maybe a documentation of maybe your artist, you showcasing the hours and hours that you've put into the work, or the inspiration behind it. For your e-commerce store, this is the time where you're going to be dropping testimonials, dropping messages, dropping all the images and infographics of your customers. So are you willing to invest? All right, literally, it's just that simple. You guys know how I'm, know the game I'm about to drop right here. I don't even need to play it. But are you willing to invest? So you want to have some type of showcase, all right, whether a video, picture, to let people know what's going on. What's the two options? I'm ready to go, all right, or I want to stay where I'm at. Look, you got to choose. But here's the thing, it's not bad. Hey, look, let's say I want to stay where I'm at. I'm asking people, why? All right, not my budget. I figured out myself, not looking for a job. Honestly, family, all of these things to me is the same thing, that they don't have the money, which is fine. All right. So instead of just saying, okay, have a great day. All right. We're asking them, hey, look, are you in a position to invest, $30 to $100, for some resume templates, a LinkedIn course, career guide, etc. All right. We're going to order bump at the top as well. All right. If they say, no, I want to stay where I'm at, we're not going to prioritize doing their free resume review. We want to prioritize doing a free resume review with the candidates that are serious. It doesn't mean that you're going to purchase today. It means that if you had it, you would. All right. Or, you are willing to take that next step. So let's just say they're ready. Okay. How often do you want to, how soon do you want to start the job, ASAP, whatever? This goes to the same place. Okay. And then congratulations, Nigel. You fit the client profile. All right. And then we shoot them to our calendar and we get on the phone and closing a deal. Simple. Now, that's a lot easier doing this, family, than me sitting there on Instagram trying to find people. No. We're going to create the traffic and send them to the lead form. Okay. So that's that, guys. Let's talk about the next tool. All right. This is something that even as a even somebody that literally the laziest person may want to write this down. All right. This is one of my favorite websites. It's called Zapier. All right, they give you 5 zaps. All right, what a zap is pretty much a way to automate your entire life. I have a zap where if somebody fills out my type form, I automatically get a text. I have a zap where if somebody purchases a resume, my resume automatically goes to my team on my Slack. I have a zap where if somebody texts me trying to set up a call, it automatically finds it in my Google Calendar. They have an integration with everything you can think of. You see Typeform right there. You see an example. Hey, when I get an email in Gmail, copy the attachment to a Dropbox, alert me in Slack. All right. So this is something that I use for my business, but family, even as a regular consumer, Zapier is great. Great tool to use. It's very simple to use. It's a great way to go ahead and automate your life. All right. It was no better feeling for me, being in the DR and having everything working. All I got to do is show some palm trees behind me, tell folks to buy a resume. All right. And it's going to keep populating from there. So whatever that means for you guys, I just want you guys to have that stress-free building business ability. And even for folks that, hey, aren't interested in business, I still want you guys to start thinking about automation and creating funnels in your life. All right. Funnels in your life. It's nothing wrong with having a calendar. It's nothing wrong with not being available 24/7. All right. I'm at the point now where I'm like, hey, when I want to catch up with my friends, yeah, of course they can call, but most of the time I kind of write it down. Yo, bro, let's catch up, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, boom, pencil that in. All right. I got a zap that's alerting me, letting me know I'm a busy person. All right. So you guys see how we automate things. We have offers. All right. Now, when it comes to email marketing, all right, a lot of people use things, like MailChimp is a great one. It's so many different options. All right. I use Squarespace for websites and they have emails there. MailChimp is great. Okay, so many different options. There's different options for text message marketing. Right? It's dozens and dozens of websites. I've heard of Textedly is great. I've heard of Slick Text is great. They kind of give you a number and you're able to set up a campaign there. And guys, the biggest thing I want you all to do again is remember to focus on automation, focus on creating simpler forms and systems for your life. All right. And doing something one time, order bump, sharing testimonials, repackage, and continuing to get paid for it forever. All right. That's the biggest thing that I want you guys to focus on. All right, guys, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat if you guys learned something new or loved and appreciated the call. All right. That is what I have on sales funnels, family. We went over a lot. I'm glad you all were able to see me in live action. And what I want to do, of course, before we leave, is this, guys. I want 3 people to go. I want 3 people to unmute their mic. If more want to go, that's great. But I want you to share something that you did not know that you learned from this call? All right, 3 people, let's go. All right, something that
Hey, Nigel.
What up, what up?
Hey, this is Regina. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, friend?
I'm doing well. Well, this helped me a lot in my business, a thorough breakdown for the business and sales funnel,
Okay.
going from the traffic to the buy and having the repeat customers for my business. So appreciate it. And it helped tremendously. So it's going to be helpful to increase.
Perfect. We could definitely talk about that on our next call too. I love that. I love
Yeah,
it. Let's do it.
I love it. Thank
Okay.
you.
No problem. Anybody else? What else did somebody else learn or appreciate or acknowledge from this call that maybe stuck out to you guys that you're going to walk away with?
I didn't even know they had a whole funnel graph chart system like this before, but for getting customers and getting to actual the purchases and stuff. So this is real cool.
Amazing. Amazing. I appreciate it, boss. Thank you. Anybody else? Let's do at least one more person that wants to share something that they learned throughout this session.
Oh, I definitely appreciated just going through the whole funnel, and then definitely like heavy emphasis on the whole like repackaging. So yeah, gratitude.
Amazing, amazing. Absolutely. Definitely do something one time and continue to utilize it, family. I appreciate you all for being on this call. Like I said, tomorrow, we're going to be going over the breakdown in terms of running ads. All right. If you guys are watching this today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, know that this is what we do in Digital Trappers. I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to rewind it back if you mixed something. And I can't wait to see you all on the next video, family. Have a great one. Much love. Peace.
Blessings, peace.
Peace, fam.